Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you so much for joining me today, it really does mean a lot. So the drawer's open, you know what that means, it's my weekly shop my stash. I think my weekly shop my stash doesn't need to go up till tomorrow, which is I think it's either the 19th or the 20th. All the days are like running away from me. But I thought I would do it anyway. I've used a lot of these products and they are ready to go back. Let's start with primers and foundations. So let's start in the order I actually put my makeup on, which I don't normally do. I don't know why. Right, so I did use this. It's W7, it's Glow Prime, and I do actually really like it. It smells of watermelon and it goes on the skin and it leaves your skin looking really dewy. But I'm going to put it back for this time. Then I had this illuminating strobe FX cream and I just used this on the high points of the cheekbones. Really nice. Again, that can go back. And then the foundation, I used this for most of the week, this Wet n Wild dewy foundation. It's in the shade, I've got an itchy nose, it's in the shade Soft Ivory, that can go back. And then this one I did use, I think once, this Mr. Perfect Cover BB cream in number 13, that always stays in there, so that can stay in there. So then we go over to bronzers. No, sorry, I'm missing concealers and powders out. So this concealer, I've taken the stopper out. I think I took the stopper out last week. It's the Essence Camouflage Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 10 Nude. So that's staying in. Then powders. Right, so we've got the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and I am glad to admit to you guys, I've used it all up. Finally, hallelujah, I've used it all up. So I'm going to keep the container. But yeah, I will not repurchase this again. I didn't like it, so obviously that can come out. Then we've got the Rimmel Match Perfection. So this is in the shade 001 Transparent. There is barely anything left, can you see? So that'll be out soon as well, but that can go back for now. Right, now it's bronzer. So I brought in this Natasha Denona, is it Bronze and, yeah, Bronze and Glow. And I used this pretty much all week. Not every day, but I used it pretty much all week. As you can see there, the highlighters took a battering. The highlighter I'm not a fan of. It's got glitter in it. I mean, it's too dark anyway for my skin tone. Let's just show you. That's what it looks like on my skin tone. It's got glitters in it. I do really like the bronzer. When it's like kind of blended out, I can get away with a highlight. But it isn't my favourite formula, it's quite rough. The bronzer though I really like. That can go back in the collection. Right, there's another bronzer. I didn't really use that too much. I think I'm going to keep it in. It's the Natural Collection in the shade Sunshine. Because I was testing that Natasha Denona one out, I didn't really get that much use out of it. I'm going to be pulling another bronzer in, but we'll keep that one in as well. I've got a Project Pan bronzer in. I think I wore that once, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, I did wear it once. I can't remember now if I enjoyed it, so that one needs to stay in. We've got the Doll Light, Doll Beauty Like a Diamond. That one can go back. Have I just brought this now? No. This Stay Matte powder can go back. I used that a couple of times. This Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extreme Highlight can go back. Used that a couple of times. Pretty much empty there now. I did use these Project Pan. I don't want to talk too much about them. I did use them once. So we've got the Too Faced Love Flush Love Hangover and the NARS Orgasm. I used them once. I didn't use that this week at all. They all just stay in the Project Pan. And then we've got this MAC blush. Now I keep this in because it's like an autumn winter shade and it just reminds me to use it, but I've been concentrating on other things this week, like the Smashbox palette I brought in last week, which you'll see when I go over to my acrylics. So I'm going to keep that in for another week. And then there's just like the lip oil and kind of brow products in here. Oh, I got this and I forgot to haul it, I forgot to show you. So it's the e.l.f. lip exfoliator in coconut. Not a fan of it. I'll use it up. It just comes in like what a lipstick would come in. Let's just show you. I don't need the packaging. I don't know why I keep packaging. So it looks like that, and then it's like kind of like yellowish colour here. It's more white, and it just says coconut on it. And when I first got it, I didn't know that your lips had to be damp, so it's got a bit of lipstick on it. I don't like it as much as the Lush scrubs, so I do want to get another Lush scrub soon. And then over here is just single eyeshadows that I need to be looking at using soon. And then over here, I don't know if you can see it, over here are just basics. So there's nothing really to show you there. Oh, and then that's my everyday base that I use. I'm really getting down to it. I've used at least half, but it's taking forever. So we're just putting these away now, just this section here. I'm going to take you over to my acrylics and I'll show you what I'm putting away there, and then we'll go through the stash and pull out products. The only things that we're not going to pull out are eyeshadow palettes, because I've got another week with them before I can pull out some more, because I'm doing the 12 days of Christmas. If you haven't watched that video from last week, I will link it to this one and you can see what palettes I'm currently using. Okay, so let's go to the first acrylic, which the palettes aren't there. Let me go and get them. Right, so I can't really show you in the drawer, but I can show you what I've been using. So today I used Too Faced Eggnog Latte. So out of this one, I just used the highlighter shade and the blush shade. So we used Eggnog Latte and Peach Cobbler. Then in the Too Faced Gingerbread Cookie, this is where I use the most shades. So I used ginger cream all over the eyes just to set my NYX white base, and I used maple syrup in the outer V and Cup of Joe in the outer V as well. And then I went in to use both those on the lash line. I used this Winter Dream all over the lid once I'd put my glitter glue down. Then I used Gingerbread as a bronzer, and I used Skinny Latte as well as a crease shade. So I've had quite good use out of them too today. The other day I did use some more of this Too Faced Chocolate Bar. I won't go into what I used there because it's a Project Pan item. I also used this e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette. This is absolutely stunning. I used this shade here, this disco shade, and it's just really nice. I had a lot of compliments on the look that I did that day. I've used this BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland, and for this one, let's see what shades I used. I used Snow Cap all over the eyelid just to set the base. I used Montreux as a very light crease transition shade. I used Fondue as well, and then I used this Matterhorn shade, and I also used Mount Rigi all over the lid. Gorgeous, so pretty. I've also used this Mercury Retrograde. I used this yesterday. I used this with the Going Coconuts palette. So I used Libra, which was completely different for me as a transition shade. Then I went in with the Going Coconuts palette, and I used Palm Reader all over my eyelid because I wanted to do a white look. Then I went in with Supermoon, which is that one there, and then I went in with Hot Mess, which is that one there. That was on the Outer V, by the way. And then there is only one more I need to talk about. I used this dose of colours with my Too Faced chocolate bar, and that one looks like that. That one's in the shade Teal Me More. So that's everything that I've used this week for the 7 days since we spoke about it in my last Shop My Stash. I have got some more palettes to do 7 days with, and then we'll just go back to normal next week. So I don't need to show you anything in here because there's no palettes in here at the moment. Moving down. Right, so I've been using this quite a bit, every day in fact. It's the Revolution Radiance palette. So it looks like that. I don't know whether to put this one back. No, I'll use it for another week and then I'll put it back. Then we've got the Smashbox Crush on Blush palette. I used every single blush in this palette, guys, and I'm surprised. Used them all, even this shade here. Doesn't show up too much on me, but you can just about see it. I didn't use the bronzer though. That one can go back. What else do we have? We have this BH Cosmetics Duo Light highlighter palette, which I've not got around to using yet. I've got 2 palettes from Primark in here. They tend to stay in here. I don't have anywhere else to put them. So we've got the PS Bronze Highlight and Glow. Looks like that. And then we've got the PS Pure Glow palette, which looks like that. Right, and then I had to repress this. Remember in last week's when I looked really shocked because it was a crumbly hot mess? Well, it's a crumbly hot mess still here, but I mean it's really pigmented still. And it's not crumbling everywhere. I'm just going to keep it in here long term. Look at it. Oh gosh. Look at the mess it's made of my Ofra palette. I'm going to have to clean that up. I might actually put the Ofra palette back for a little while. See, Ofra Signature palette, which looks like that. You're not really seeing it, are you? But so yeah, I'm going to clean it up. Right, so let's begin. I don't know how well you can see into the drawers, but I will do an overview. Just quickly, I'm not going to talk about everything like I did last week, just purely because it makes the videos longer. Right, so for primer, you're going to see things that you don't normally see because I did a little haul. I have done a video on it, but it's probably not going to go up for a while, just purely because I'm doing the 12 days of Christmas. So I managed to get a travel size of the Too Faced RX primer. So let's use that. So it just looks like that. I have tried it once. I don't know, I mean everyone says it's really good, but it's, in my mind, it's no better than that one, and I only paid £4 for that, either £2.99 or £3.99. Right, so foundations, I did get this one as well. It's the Revolution Conceal and Glow. I'd wanted to try it for ages. It's in the shade F2. I'm really glad I didn't get F1. I've done a testing Friday with this particular foundation. That should go up on Friday, so I'm not too sure when this video will actually go up, but I'm going to have to put it up after that testing foundation Friday goes up, really. So yeah, I'm going to pull that. I think that's it for foundations. For powders, it's telling me this e.l.f. one's up next. So this is the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder, which looks like that. You can see I've made quite a dent there. So that's that one. For loose powder, I'm not a lover of it, but we'll pull it anyway. It's the Collection Sheer Loose Powder. I was actually thinking about decluttering it. There's still quite a lot left. It does help with like pore minimisation, but it smells heavily of talc, and not really happy putting that on my face. And then for under eye setting powder, I have only got one left now, and it's the, what's it called this? The Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. So it just looks like that. It's got quite a bit missing from it. So there's 3 powders there, a bit extra I know, but never mind. Right, something new then. Right, so this has caused quite a bit of controversy. I've had to sanitise it. If you want to know what the issue was, go to the Look Fantastic video, the recent one, and you'll see my dilemma there. They've not been back in contact with me, so I'm left with this. I'm left with it basically, but I've sanitised it really well and it is completely safe for me to use. So I'll be using this next. It's the Becca Ignite Liquefied Highlighter in Passion. Actually, it is a little bit too dark, so it might be getting decluttered at one point very soon. Right, so bronzers, I'm going to use this one. So it's the Wet n Wild Contouring Palette. Do I need to be using this e.l.f. one? I don't think I do, because that's got powder in it as well. Yeah, I'll put this one back. I'm just going to pull, I don't know, I can't remember. I've only used it once when I tested some Wet n Wild product, and I can't remember if I liked it. So the next bronzer up is this one, and I know for a fact that I like this one. It's a Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, which looks like that. So we'll put 2 bronzers, will be a bit extra. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So let's put these on my vanity. This might be a quick one today. Right, blushes. So I've been thinking about blushes, and I thought, because obviously it's autumn, winter, more winter time than autumn, I thought I'd pull this Beauty Crop one. I've not used it that much, and I thought I'd use this side here, and then mix it with the Ciate Date Night blush. Whoops, nearly dropped it, because they're similar shades. So I'll see how that pans out. And I also wanted to pull this Anastasia Beverly Hills one in the shade Peachy Love, just purely because these two here scream winter. Get more use out of them. Is that it? All 3 blushes be enough. I can get use out of them if I only pull, if I don't pull a lot. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that, and if it's not enough, then we'll know really for the following week. Highlighters though, I'm pulling 2 and I'm pulling a palette. So this one's up next, which is the Reactive highlighter. Is it the shade Reactive? I really don't know. It's XX Revolution's new brand that they brought out, and it says Reactive. I don't know if that's the shade name, but it's a really nice pinky toned highlighter. So we'll pull that. And I also recently got this, which I've also done a haul, but you won't have seen it at this point. This is the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten. It's the one that everyone talks about, the one that's like a putty highlighter. I think it's a bit dark, but we're going to pull it anyway. You don't need the box. I'll just put that back. Two. Actually, I'll pull one from the back here. No, I'll pull this one, because I don't know if I want to keep it. I've had this out of my collection more times than it's been in. It's the Revolution highlighter reloaded in Raise the Bar. So I know it looks dark, but sometimes it looks nice on the skin, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to try it one last time. Just pull that box at the back there. I think we're done for highlighters. The face palette I wanted to pull in was this Steeler one. This one was something else that I got in a Steeler haul. So that looks like that, and then this one is Little White Lies, and you get the highlighters Pink Wink Wink, Yellow Tails and Silver Tongue, and this one is the Heavenly Highlighting Palette. And they're like duochrome highlighters. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. So that's those. You can use them as eyeshadow toppers as well, which is really nice. I'm not going to keep it in the box. So put the box there. And as for palettes, we're not pulling any at the moment for this week. So that's it, guys. That's everything. We just need to put it all away now. Right, so I think the only thing that's going in a palette drawer is this one, and it'll be going here in this one. So that's all the rest of the makeup will be going in my everyday makeup drawer. Okay, so let's begin. Oops. Right, so with the blusher, I'm going to put that in where I've just put my Steeler highlighter palette. It's not going to fit in here, and I don't want to force it anywhere unless... No, it'll fit at the back, that's fine. So that is everything. I'm going to give you an overview of everything now, and you can see how I've done it. There's not much change really, but yeah, you can see what it looks like. Just let me give you an overview. Okay, so this is the overview of what the drawer looks like. So that's where I keep my foundations, concealers, and there's that glowy product there, and my primer. Here's like Project Pan, and in this drawer here, well, in this container here, is where I use everyday products, highlighters, the blushes at the back there, bronzers are here. Oh, there's another highlighter. Then my bronzers are here, which I've got quite a few there now. There's a highlighter at the back there that always stays there. Yeah, that's it, guys. All the rest, the kind of products that stay in here that I might use at a later date. Miscellaneous products, brow products, those single eyeshadows I want to start using and testing them out and seeing if I should declutter them or keep them. But that's for a few videos down the line. But yeah, this is what that drawer looks like. I'll take you over to my Shop My Stash where I hold all my collection, and you can see what the drawers look like there now. Okay, so this is where I house all my products. Normally palettes go in there, but it's empty just because I've got so many palettes in that green bin I showed you earlier. This is face palettes, and there's a random highlighter there because I don't want it to get broken. You just saw this earlier. And then that's Project Pan. There's nothing too exciting there. Then going down in these chest of drawers is what it all looks like. This is where the magic happens, guys. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. I don't have to go through every single category because I did that last time. But roughly, it's primers there, foundations there, powders there, glowy products there, concealers, bronzers, face palettes here, and they go back into there as well. And I'll just take you down to the next drawer. Right, and then we've got my blushes there. There's like two little... There's like those for really small blushes, and then that one is for medium-sized blushes. Then we've got my highlighters in here. So they are in there, and some are at the back there as well. Face palettes here, and then the next two drawers down are just eyeshadow palettes. So that's what that drawer looks like. Right, so this is what this drawer looks like now. This is the main part of my collection. It looks so empty at the moment just because I've just done a declutter, especially on my Revolution palettes there. You'll see that in the end of year declutter, but yeah, it looks reasonably empty, which I'm pleased about actually. But this is what the first eyeshadow palette drawer looks like. And then the last eyeshadow palette drawer looks like this. So I've taken some eyeshadow palette drawers out of the main eyeshadow palette drawer because I want to use them. So all those need to be tested. All those need to be tested, and that one there needs to be tested as well. So we will be doing videos on that soon. But yeah, this is what the second drawer looks like. And then the newest eyeshadow palettes go in here. It's a little bit empty here just because those eyeshadow palettes are in the green bucket for me to be using for the 12 days of Christmas. But this is everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. I really do appreciate your time and support on the channel. It means the absolute world to me. Please like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Please share and comment. I love reading your comments so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.